and welcome back to the channel. So today I need to crack on with the front console, the engine, need to put a few more bits on everything, do a bit more on the interior, and then start on the underside of the floor panel. And we'll take it from there, see how far we get, do some of the suspension, have to paint some bits of the suspension, of the radiator, and let's see how we go. So we'll get these bolts done on the inside of the steering wheel. Just gonna have them black, just so they stand out a bit. Do them. Right, so let's move that out the way so I don't spill it, and let's get some detailing done on this. So what I need to do is make a right angle on all of these. I need to glue that last one. It's come glued, so I'll take it out a bit, put a nice right angle on it, stick it back down. I have to glue that, put a little dab of glue on there. I should do that just so as it sticks and stays still. Now, get some black and just paint them round. Need to go just where you've put the right angled twist in the wire, just to make it look like it's joining up to a spark plug. Engine. So now I need to tidy these wires up, and how I'm going to do that is I'm just going to stick them all together, tidy them up and stick them next to the side of the engine, make it look as if they're going into that unit there, which is probably the starter motor. No, it won't be the starter motor. It will be the alternator. Okay, so first of all, let's get them all moulded together. Right, so we'll get the central steering column on. And the steering wheel fixed to that. Ready to fit to the car. Right, so that's the engine done. Now I've tidied that up a little bit just for you to have a look at there, and put the engine and the radiator in. The engine came up quite good actually, quite happy with that. So now I've got some more interior bits to put on, and some of the front suspension. Then the manual says to do the roll cage, but I'm going to leave the roll cage off because I want to put some of the stuff on the bottom first, get that done so as I can lay that like that, and then I'll start putting the roll cage in. Okay, so first off, the gear stick. Next one, the handbrake. Then the foot pedals. Then we have a fire extinguisher that goes in behind the driver's seat. Then another fire extinguisher that goes in front of the passenger seat. That must have been very uncomfortable for the co-driver to have his legs over that thing. So next we have this little black container that goes on the back here. I think it must be some fluid container. And then we have this little box that goes on the back there. I'll take it, I don't know whether that's the battery or not, or just a toolbox or something they've put there. I do know cars that have had, rally cars that have had batteries in the boot, but that's where the instructions say to put it. Okay, so the next stage in the instructions is telling you to put the roll cage in, and then it's telling you to put the front console in, the steering column and the front console in. Now I'm going to leave them out for the time being because I'm going to go to the bottom of the car. They've got that bit in there, so I'm going to put that bit in, and then I'm going to start doing the rest of the bottom of the car because I don't want the car upside down with the roll cage and that on. So let's do that next. Okay, so that's the engine in and the front suspension put in. That was a bit, compared to putting the engine in, that was hard work, but it's in now. So next thing is the exhaust. Okay, so hopefully the glue has dried on that front end now enough to let me put the back end in without that bit coming off. It looks as if it has. So I just want that to... I'm just going to leave that like that. So let that glue dry and harden. Okay, so next the back suspension. Right, so just pop that on there. And then we'll put these bits on, the springs. I think they're called springs. So that just sits put it the right way around. That just sits there, there and there. Then there's the back cover to it, which is that bit, which I can see goes onto the back of there, and I can see it's going to cause me all sorts of trouble getting it on. Here we go. I think if I just put it on top like that and then move it around into the right position. Actually, that went on really well and didn't cause me any trouble at all. And there you go. Okay, now for the drive shaft. So first of all, I'm going to try this by just gluing it on to that bit first. Actually no, I think I'm not going to try that, because that looks as if it's going to need pressured in. So I'm going to glue both ends and try and stick both ends at the same time. And there you go. I think I'll just wait until it's really dry and hard, the glue on everything, and I'm going to stick that over there like that. So on this model, I don't think it matters which side you put the brake discs on, they're going on next, but it does matter, they are numbered separately. So it's 27A, 27A for the back, 28A and 28A for the front. Oh, that's tight. This is where everything falls apart. There. Put that on. Get this one on as well. That one's gone on a bit better. Adjust them to the right angle, and that's them on. Right, now for the back. Just a quick note. On these, make sure, you might need to rub them down a bit, because I've tried fitting them and they were very hard to get on, didn't fit at all, and I needed to take quite a bit of plastic off to be able to do that and fit them. Put that on the right way around would help. And even so, that's still, and I've already took a load off there, but it's still getting hard. It's still quite hard to go on. Okay, so that's the discs on. Now, make sure you dry fit these ones first, because I had to take quite a bit of plastic off that back axle before they went on. And you've got loads of stuff glued up on there, and you really don't want to be forcing them on, because you're just going to disrupt everything you've already got glued on. So basically now I've just got to sit and wait for all that glue to really harden, for everything to be on solid lee, and then I'll come back and fit the wheels. Okay, next bit. Stick the sump guard on. It goes on like that. So the sump guard, it says to paint in aluminium, which is the first aluminium subguard I've ever seen. All the ones I've seen have been painted in bitumen black, but it says aluminium. Okay, so now we'll start on the wheels. There is two sizes. The larger ones on the back, the smaller ones obviously on the front. And what I found with the tyres are quite good. There was a bit of flashing, needed rubbed down a bit. They do have, embossed on one side they have Goodyear, and on the other they have Dunlop. Excuse me. Now, I tried as hard as I could to get that lettering done in white, and I just couldn't do it. Now, whether it's me, I just need more practice, or I'm just no good at it, I don't know, but I could not get it done. It was just coming up awful. Tried it every way I know. Tried it with a cocktail stick, I tried dry brushing it, I tried wet brushing it, I even tried an acrylic paint pen, and it just wasn't having a go. It seemed to me that the writing isn't embossed enough, so it was just making a mess, so I'm not going to bother. And this is it. So you put the wheels on by putting the back wheels into the front of the tyre and pushing down. That's all it is. The back of the wheel into the front of the tyre, push it down. Okay, so the larger back wheels are fitted with these tiny little black pins. You cut them to size, and you put them through the wheel, centre of the wheel, and you put them into there. So they need cut to size. That's how they come originally, compared to about the size you need to cut them down to. And I've just remembered I forgot to dry fit this one, so I bet it doesn't line up or work or go in, or that's gone in. Okay, now the front wheels, so they go on by going over that little pin, and then there's a little cap here, and this is where you lose bits. There's a tiny little cap, get it in the tweezers and stick it on. Okay, so that's that one done. Now we'll do exactly the same for this one. Tiny bit of glue on there. That one done. Let's see if that sits straight. Double check them, see that they're straight. Looks good enough to me. I'm not going to put them on it standing up yet until that one's fully dried. Okay everyone, thank you very much for watching this episode. I'm going to call it a day now for this one. The next one I'll be doing the roll cage. I'll be fitting the console there, and I'll tell you all about the body shell, this thing here. So that's a story and a half, and it takes the build right downhill. But it's done and dusted, so I'll tell you all about that next time. It will be well worth the watch. So thank you very, very much for watching this one, and I'll see you next time. Thanks a lot. Bye now.